And we are live. We can see you guys. I don't know why I threw that in there, but I'm going to have to share to the groups from here.
Don't forget to mute your phones. So it doesn't rain. Like, out loud.
Little landlords. Red let's put us in red table talk. Oh! Okay, well, we're in that one too. I'm putting this in all the groups we shouldn't be in. All right.
Too late?
All right, as you can see, we got a full motherfucking house. I'm gonna try to get to this chair without breaking my other ankle.
Oh, it's so heavy. You must be 817 pounds.
817?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I run about an hour and 61 minutes a day. So, you know what I'm saying? I should be in great shape. JB, we can go ahead and get that thing started.
Right, recording.
Kickbackers! You missed that?
No,
Did you miss it? I think it is.
some of y'all might recognize his voice.
Melanie Dion.
Dion.
You gotta say what you're thinking is Dion. Alright, so let me see how the video looks. Let me see.
It actually looks pretty good. It looks good.
Oh, this is like the beginning of a porno.
Alright, guys.
Alright, so what's the name of the show, JD?
It's a pod named Kickback, nigga. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say it all together. A pod named Kickback. Y'all know where that's from?
One sugar cookie to whoever knows where that's from.
Boondocks. Come on.
Hey!
Cheers.
So, this week's episode is going to be lit, because for one, we got Melanie Dion back in the building, back on the set.
Right. Everybody.
And we're on location, and we'll explain to you why in a second. But first, let me go ahead and introduce the show. So, welcome to a pod named Kickback, also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm no great snoo, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Every Monday, we right back at it. I feel fantastic.
What's up, y'all? It's JD Frank. I'm that gangsta geek representing NWA, Nerds with Attitude. Happy Monday, everybody.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl.
My name is Mel, and I smell. I was in jail.
I didn't do my thing, yo.
See, you know I can never remember my shit, and you just fucked it up.
She was just rehearsing a second.
I was trying to help. I was helping.
No.
Yeah. I was trying to help.
No, please.
One life.
Oh, Lord.
Now you gotta do the thing too. I don't remember. My name is So Mellow. I say hello.
Come on, what was the breaker of...
The breaker of, what's up?
Oh, Lord.
It was the
breaker of
men. It was the ass itcher.
What?
It was something like that. I don't know.
I don't think this is gonna happen.
Do you remember it?
No.
It was the breaker of men.
Shit, you don't remember that?
No.
I don't. I remember that one line.
I certainly
I remember
I don't remember. I just
Come house forehand.
Yes.
Breaker of men. I don't know.
It was another Daenerys show from Game of Thrones. Another Daenerys show from Game of Thrones. The breaker of men.
You know what? It's probably fitting that I don't remember because Game of Thrones ended so tragically. So let's just skip.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Yeah.
Now, we have a full house
Indeed.
I want you guys to introduce yourselves. You don't have to come up with a rhyme all the time, but if you shine, that will be fine. What the fuck is that? And I'm woman that used to be around. But introduce yourselves.
You want to start on me?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Start on me.
Come on, boo.
We love you.
One life, one love.
My name is Sunshine,
Hey.
formerly known as the sexy geek named Naisha.
Okay. Okay.
Shall we go now? Talk real close to the mic.
Get right up on it.
Talking to the mic as well
Well, this will be one of those shows if you didn't know. If you didn't know, it's one of those shows.
Just call me Glow.
Club.
Boom. Shine.
Okay, so my name is Quiz, and
You can call me
okay, I knew that was coming, so I guess I don't have to say it.
I'm Levi.
Okay.
Nice and pretty.
So you say it to the mic.
Say it into the mic.
I'm Levi.
Motherfucking existential heroes. I just don't just.
I see. That's it.
Wow.
And I'm Shay.
Yeah, you kind of reached the shot corner around here.
The shy corner.
Wait a minute. No,
He's have to.
that's misleading.
That's
That's misleading.
Oh, that was good timing.
perfect time.
What you trying to say?
So, as you can see, our topic of the day is what is a polycule, and let's discuss polyamory. So we figured the best people to have this conversation with would be a polycule. People that know about polyamory. They can share some insight because we know every dude that want to fuck two girls is now polyamorous.
Okay.
Every girl that need one or two sugar daddies and one more sugar daddy is polyamorous. And I'm not poly shaming because I hate poly snobs. I hate poly snobs. But I want to just do an informational piece where we kind of give you some personal, real people accounts.
Yeah.
What you can expect, what it means, what it doesn't mean, and hopefully we can answer some questions today. And I think that's a good start to the conversation because nobody else is having it. The only place you can get this conversation is at a party.
Name Kickback, dog. That's right.
So having said that, let's start with the basics, something easy. What is polyamory? I think we all should. I think everybody should get a crack at it. Can we do that? Is that too much?
No,
Everybody
like,
get a sentence or two?
It's for everybody to get their own
Yeah.
version of it. Me personally, it's something cut and dry, like more than one level.
More than one level. Oh, and
Love it.
we are videotaping over there too, so we got dual sound, so we need what's the word? Project.
Got you.
Yeah.
More than one level would be my definition of polyamory. To have more than one level.
To have more than one level. What else we got?
That's the literal definition
Yeah.
of how it means many levels.
So for me, it goes a little
You
bit.
don't have a mic.
For me,
Oh, shit.
for me, it means not just more than one level, but you've got the opportunity to make multiple connections on any level that you choose.
The opportunity to make multiple connections
Yes,
on
without-
any level you choose.
Yes, so you can have it for some people it's non-sexual, for others it is.
Did you hear that? It can be non-sexual.
Yes.
So for everybody that's just like, y'all just having a bunch of threesomes. No, it can be non-sexual.
Yeah, for sure, and that's the beauty of it. That definition, when you say it is kind of making all the connections that you possibly not feeling guilty, like you feel obligated. Like I thought it was yelling.
You know you want to. You know, our live audience. She did this and she like, I didn't want to wake his children. I didn't want to wake Janaya. Shout out to Janaya for in the back. She's waving at me. I see you, boo. Oh yeah, and this is Janaya from the spirit, our spirit level.
Our spirit.
She got that cloud box, I'm telling you. Yeah. But moving on, so the opportunity to make multiple connections, and they don't all have to be sexual. Would you say they were all romantic though? Is that a good? No.
They don't. They don't all have to be.
They don't all have to be, but for me,
they're all intimate.
Yes.
Not necessarily romantic or sexual,
Yes.
but intimate.
absolutely.
Boom. Who else? Everybody gets to go in this.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up for me. Many loves. Everybody's open and honest about who they are dealing with. That is a key component to it. You must be open, and sometimes it's not going to be comfortable, but you have to have that dialogue about who you're interested in within that poly dynamic, whatever your dynamic is, because there are many dynamics.
And we'll get into dynamics later. That dynamics 101. From the V, the kitchen table to everything else. Cheyenne, we'll get into that. Who has an answer yet? Kitchen table, yeah.
For me, it is the freedom to love as many as I want and however I want.
The freedom to love as many as you want and however you want, whatever you choose.
Yes.
I'm repeating everything y'all say because y'all aren't as loud as me.
Right.
Ever.
I was repeating everything. So good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I did that. Oh, yeah, I could have did it.
Go ahead, but you did.
Because I was saving it for Janine Frank.
Tonight, not her name.
You fucked up her name again.
Again.
Like, wow.
Every time.
Your imaginary friend.
Yes.
How do you forget your own imaginary friend's name?
Imagine
It
this.
sounds too much like Janine Aiko.
You named your
It does not.
Okay, so by the way, Kickback, this is some bullshit I walked into this house today. These motherfuckers around chilling, partying, all drunk, high, whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, there's this other person in the room. And I glance over to where all they're looking, and it's a fucking balloon. And I'm like, okay, I know I had a little something on the way over here, but like, see, I'm a humble person. Like, I immediately assume that I'm tripping first. But they were talking about that. So help me understand, America. Like, help me understand. Because he's still talking about her, but he's fucking up her name! How do you have an imaginary friend and don't know her goddamn name?
He doesn't care about her.
That's not true. That's not true.
So with all of this polyamorousness going on, we have to talk about polyghostness or imaginary friendness too, and what that means, because I think it starts with at least you get her name right.
Well, clown box.
So it's Janifer, and the reason why I know that is because they have said it 85 times correctly.
I got a speech impediment.
I'm just clowning my brother because this shit is crazy.
He only worried about a cloud box. Right.
Right, she got that clown box. Yeah, Rihanna Flex.
Never forgotten that nickname.
Has everybody gone?
No.
You all going on definitions?
I don't think there is a definition for it. I think we are all naturally this way. So for me, it's about the freedom. Spiritually, it frees me to be who I am. I'm attracted to people based on the energy I get from it. You know what I mean? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, I see you for you past the outside. So I love people just being around you. I love everybody here. Genuinely, because I love you. You know what I mean? It just depends on the dynamic.
Okay. Mel, have you gone?
Yes.
Everybody's gone? Except for me. When I think of polyamory, I think everybody pretty much summed it up. I would just say that what happened?
Nothing.
You just got very famous.
Okay, me too.
Nobody else here.
But that's it?
No.
Oh Lord.
All the cookies.
What?
Are you talking about the kids?
Oh. Oh, okay.
She rolled her neck and put her hand on her neck.
We got the kids upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's a real polycule. You heard that? That's a yes, I heard. The little people.
I told you we could have fixed this. We could have handled this. Everybody would be asleep.
No, we're not. Okay, so
Okay, so moving on.
thank you.
Moving on. So we defined what a polycule is.
Yes.
No, we defined what polyamory is.
Yes.
We already both, it means many loves.
Yeah. So
Many loves.
So where should we take this discussion at? Should we dive directly into? Well, no. Actually, before that, how have we talked about? I guess what we doing earlier, the time that
How did you get it?
Yeah, how did you get into it? How did you find out about it? And when did it become real? Is that what you were saying?
I think earlier we kind of worded as what was the age that you felt, and when did you realize it was poly, and when did you realize it was community?
Okay. And we got to do a term 101 because people be saying all kind of shit.
Yeah.
So we got to give them just a little bit of verbiage, just some of the words to use.
Right.
Yeah. What is the proper term to describe what it is that this is? How do I? One word.
This?
How? Yeah. How do I? Is it a polycule? Is that what this
We are
is?
a tribe.
A group of individuals.
We consider a tribe.
A tribe. Okay, that is the proper term to it. Okay.
Coincidentally, like most people in the poly, we don't particularly like labels. But we do have terminology, and that kind of breaks out into the different dynamics and the things of what we talking about discussing.
Let me say with all due respect, like I didn't walk in here like trying to figure out what the fuck to call y'all. You know what I'm saying? I walked in here just kicking it, trying to hang out. All of y'all cool as fuck. You know, I thought I was tripping behind the whole doll thing.
See,
but
that right there is just manifestation and proof.
Right.
Manifestation. That's all that is.
Right. But you know, I know that part of accepting who you are is also creating a label for your identity that is one that you can own, right? So, you know, out of respect, it's just, you know, what do I call, you know, how do I describe this? What do I call this? You know, a tribe, I guess, is the right word. Okay.
Tribe would be the term.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up.
Like a Tribe Called Quest, you say it all together.
Exactly. I love it, actually. I mean, it takes a village to raise a child, so imagine what a tribe can do.
That's the general concept.
I love it.
Concept.
Well, if that's what you desire in your polydynamic, because I know for myself that is something that I would like to see happen, like coming together under one roof with like a whole family raising kids together. You know? So it's like a whole bunch of brothers and sisters and mommies and daddies and a whole bunch of love.
Uncle News.
Well, I gotta tell y'all, you know, I came by earlier and walked up, and the first individuals I met in this tribe were the children, right? You know, a bunch of beautiful black children running around playing. Hey, who are you? Who did you come to visit? And I'm like, children, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not to enter your home. Just you here, you know. Please direct me to the nearest adult. I would like not to be shot or to go to jail.
There's a man here.
But it was dope just how open and like, you know, hey, how you doing? Lots of respect, beautiful children. That just struck me immediately walking and having 2 children myself. It's like, wow, you know, and I love, you know, my brother watches my children all the time. I truly believe it takes a village to raise a child. So watching this tribe was just really beautiful for me today. Yeah.
Thank you.
You had to say this to Mike.
Turn off the chitlins. Right there.
Okay, well, instead of me trying to guide the conversation, let's move a little organically. Anything you guys want to address? Any things you think people need to know? Anything you want to share? We can do it structured. I can go question. If there's something that's like, you know what we should talk about?
I think one common misconception that a lot of people think is that it's nothing but sex, like it's a big ass orgy. That is so not like what it's about. And sex is a bonus. It's definitely a bonus. But it's not just like orgies and threesomes all the time. Like that's just not how that happens. Like there are genuine relationships and bonds that are made in here, and sex is just an added benefit. But there are so many other benefits too that this relationship than sex. Mic drop.
One life, one love.
Family. It's
Family.
La familia.
One thing, piggybacking off of the common misconceptions, there's a lot of heat around polyamory because they keep getting it confused with polygamy, which to me is completely different when I explain it to how I am to people when it comes to the polyamorous lifestyle. The question I get is you would marry a man who had like 50 different wives? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't marry. That's the whole point, is being ethically non-monogamous. And I feel like polygamy itself, especially polygyny, which is what you see with the FLDS and all of that stuff, is them, you know, basically abusing, for lack of a better term, the system. They're taking advantage of what it is that we genuinely, honestly feel out of greed and need to control, and that's not what polyamory itself is about. It's more about the connections instead of being in control. You know. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a curveball. Jimmy or Jim says, "Oh, that's cool. Ain't nobody fucking my man. Ain't nobody fucking my girl." Boom.
You don't own me. Now we might have a commitment to one another, but at the end of the day, no one owns me. No one can tell me what I can and cannot do. You only would think that they would be understanding of your feelings and be considerate, but ultimately, you know, you don't own anybody. And if that person chooses to love someone else, if you can't accept it, you know what I mean, then you have to look at yourself. Because maybe there's something that person can do for them that you can't. And it's not anything personal. It's just that everybody's different and everybody gravitates towards something different. Relationships rise and they can fall. And bits and pieces of that come from different places. You know what I mean? It's like a puzzle. You get different things from everybody. So when it helps with self-awareness.
Do y'all think monogamy lends itself to ownership in a way?
I think so.
Yes.
Somebody speak on that. Somebody speak on that.
I think that's simply the only distinction, obviously, for monogamous and polygamous. But ultimately, it's when it boils down to it, the choice of having multiple partners is made in many different decisions. And you can look at it as romantically, physically, and there are other ways, spiritually as well. But ultimately,
You getting choked up?
just a tad bit. Anywho,
Tonight, fucking with you.
yeah. difference and deal breaker between the two worlds. That's the only thing that really sets it different. And the control of monogamy is based on, I don't want to jump into the religious aspect of individual beliefs, but ultimately I feel like that is what driven most people, or the majority of people, to become monogamous. And the social idea of you can only have one partner in this world. The understanding of it's you two against the world. We have to look out for us and only our family, instead of understanding that love comes in many forms and many shapes. And as she touched on, like, the different connections you get, you can't deny. In every system that you ever look in, no matter which one we bring up, and it's all about the connectivity and networking of these systems. Nobody can operate on their own. Nobody's is technically a self-made millionaire, because no matter what you consider, you have to have a customer. You have to have some type of connection with somebody else for you to produce anything, for you to understand further than your own knowledge, for you to know your true self.
Well, you bring up a good point about kind of choosing the nature of your partnership based on what society puts forward for you. And monogamy is not only something that is embedded in America's religious constructs, it is also embedded in our social constructs. It is also embedded in our legal framework as well, right? So how does this type of relationship work with all of those kind of, I don't really know what to call it, but barriers to your very existence, considering that society, religion, culture, and the law are kind of against what you're doing? Like, how do you deal with that as a group? You know.
For me, I grew up in the church. Religion was not so much beaten into me, but it was drilled into me from the beginning, and that's something that I'm very grateful for. I tell people all the time, and I tell them probably, that my mother is a reverend. And for me, I can definitely speak on when you have those barriers, those handcuffs, because for me, for the longest time, it took me for freaking ever to not only figure out who I was as a person, but how I want to live my life. So knowing that they expect it to be done a certain way, especially because I'm a preacher's kid, it took me for freaking ever to be comfortable enough to say, hey, this is just how I am, this is just how I need to be.
On the mic, and everybody speak up.
Everybody gotta speak. You guys gotta project into
the people that are
because
watching live so they can't hear us.
Okay.
So you gotta speak up. Understand?
How much louder do I need to be?
louder.
Louder!
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, so growing up in the church, it definitely made it very difficult. And for anybody else who's in that same situation, I tell them the exact same thing that got me through it was, for those who are stuck in it, because I know there are a few people in the group who are stuck on that. Well, I grew up in the church, and I know for me, I pull scripture to comfort myself when I get to feeling like, is there something wrong? It's like, God, we are all created in God's image. Whatever your God is, we're created in their image. We are beautifully and wonderfully and fearfully made. And, he knows, we're told from the get-go, he knows our entire story. He knows our ending, he knows our beginning, he knows the middle, he knows all of the pathways and the trails that we're going to dip off into. He knows all of that. So why am I going to deny myself the story that he created for me? Yes, I'm going to run into some points where, like, I know, okay, you know what, I know I definitely shouldn't have been there, like bookshelf guy. But the whole point is, there is this life that was already predetermined for me, so I don't feel like I should deny myself what my Creator has created for me.
It's kind of like God puts you here as you are, and if God is the omniscient, omnipotent individual who he is, how can I believe that he made a mistake by putting me here as I am, right? That's so. I hear that. I respect that.
Especially since
Was that your word?
Especially since the one thing that we are taught from the very beginning is God makes no mistakes.
Right.
The person that we call God, whoever, if you refer to him as Allah, you refer to him as Elohim, whatever that is, we have a creator that we believe in, and we are told whatever that creator is, whoever he is described to you as, he is the authority.
Yeah.
He makes no mistakes, so why tell me that he made a mistake with me?
Yeah, I mean, and why would I feel like I need to fix what restores my soul?
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
Say that again, Jimmy.
Why would I feel like I need to fix what restores my soul? You know, like if it makes me that happy, if I feel that good, if I feel that comfortable, if my children aren't enriched, like what am I doing wrong? I get it. That's what's up. You okay?
Let's explain.
That was my chin.
That sounded so
Sorry, I said that out loud. Sorry. I said that out loud. I'm sorry.
So, let's explain to the millions of people that are watching this video what compersion is and how that works.
This is my favorite subject.
Let's move around a little bit. Make sure everybody gets a chance to answer. So,
Zeke look like she got something to say.
we'll end with faith.
Sister Corner.
Compersion is when you feel joy, happy feeling for your partners being happy. Like you feel their happiness. That's what compersion is. Like, it doesn't even have to be with you. You standing with someone else being happy, and you feel that happiness with them. That's what compersion is.
All right. So compersion is when you feel happiness, joy by watching one of your partners, possibly with another one of your partners, or with someone totally separate, one of their partners.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I'm only saying it again because I know I'm gonna say it loud.
All right, I'll talk a little bit louder.
Anybody else want to talk about? Oh shit. Anybody else want to talk about compersion?
No, like compersion is like
Hold on like that.
the ultimate. Like to be able to there are moments where I do get jealous, like I'm not even gonna lie. But for me, the ultimate sign of maturity and like this is right for you is if you feel compersion. Like you have to feel compersion in order for this to work, and some people just don't. But I consider myself to be a very compersive person because I be looking at y'all like, yes, get it, yes, do that, like yes, like it just my entire just soul just like yes, like fuck yes, like.
Let's hear from one of the fellas, both of the fellas. How many kind of wild?
Well, like in a general sense, compersion is basically the opposite of jealousy. So I feel like, there are times when you may be envious of one of your partners being with somebody else because, that's a really good time that you spend with them. So, that's not like really a big deal, but I still feel that happiness when they're happy. They're happy, I'm happy.
What? Oh, what language was that?
Compersion is
Hold up.
compersion is just understanding that someone else can actually enjoy themselves and their time with them. And it's not so much as like a visual thing. So it's not like, oh, I'm sitting there watching my spouse or one of my partners with someone else. It's just the fact that anything, a small date, anything they do, like just knowing that love is there. Those little moments mean more than anything that you could ever imagine. You know what I mean? Like those mornings where you wake up and just see the beauty in the kitchen, cooking for the kids and things like that. Like just seeing that love being spread and shared and multiplied and that energy growing is one of the most beautiful things that you can ever experience in my testament.
Okay. So for Jill and Bill who are watching this and like, I'm just saying, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. And they're trying to wrap their minds around how compersion can even exist. Now we've said that it's a good feeling. It's a I gotta say something.
Go ahead, finish it.
No, I'm just trying to. I know somebody's going like, I hear you, but and I want them to maybe not switch or cross over, or I want them to really understand it and know it's not just words. Like this is a
it's
thing.
an actual feeling. Like, okay, to simplify it, your partner has a birthday coming up, and you know that they've mentioned that there's something they really, 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 really want, and you got it, but you didn't tell them, and you're so fucking anxious because you cannot wait to see how surprised they are because you made them happy. You get what I'm saying? You get joy from seeing the joy in somebody else. So you seeing your partner being able to be fulfilled, and even though it might not be for you, you know that somebody you love is being loved. So you just love. It's about love. It's just, it boils down to love and pure joy. You actually feel it. Like, you smile today. It might not have been because of me, but somebody made you smile. You know what I mean? You're smiling. It's the simple stuff. Like she said earlier. Simple stuff. Like that.
That was beautiful.
So we're gonna keep going.
Sorry, I
Just
couldn't
give you a
help
chance
it.
to get your thoughts, but it's love. It's a love thing.
It is.
So is this like free love, like hippie vibe?
I think that would be the best way for people to really understand it today. That, for me, will probably be the best reference point. You get what I'm saying? In a world where everything's so evil, love was preached. I think that is what it is about. It's the same vibe. It was the revolution. How did they fight it? They fought it with love and peace. So I think it's the same thing. We just knew the peace. Cool.
Okay.
We a little cool.
What's going in cool?
ISO!
Z, were you gonna say something? No. Okay.
Shay, why you so quiet?
Shay, what are your thoughts?
She said she's just resting.
Okay.
Oh, I heard something totally.
They're all
Yeah, I know. She saying.
I said, little basking. That's what I thought she said.
I didn't hear basking either.
So what did you hear?
I know. What did you hear?
Speaking to the mic, please.
Speak directly into it.
I said,
Use both hands if you need to.
it sounded like you said you were thinking a little nasty. That's what
Compersion.
That's what
It's probably still true.
Freudian slip.
mean,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
is.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Y'all didn't see what Mel was just saying.
They
Like,
didn't see that.
They did.
Should Jill shoot for the Jill Scott? Our ratings are going to be all the way up this week.
Yeah, I moved back so that the Kickbackers can see the full angle. Anyway,
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I feel like my
Let's
legs.
talk about like how we all met. Okay, so I'll start. Okay, so there is a wonderful group. Actually, let me start with my poly life because I've just really started using the term poly, but I've really been kind of poly like my whole life. Because monogamy has always been something that I struggled with, and I've been monogamous like successfully, but I've always kind of broken up with people before I cheated. So there's that. But after my last relationship, I was definitely determined to not go back into another monogamous relationship, and I kind of just been kind of chilling and doing my own thing. And then recently, one of my friends put me in a poly group, and I was like, this group is okay, but these people kind of argue all day. I'm not really feeling it. So I started doing my own search on Facebook, and I found this group called Black Polynation. And added myself to that, filled out the little questions, and met a guy in there who was like telling me about the meetup that they had coming up that weekend, coming up in Atlanta. I was like, okay, I've never really hung out with people that I meet on Facebook. It's kind of a new thing for me, never done that, but I'm gonna go because I really want to meet some people in this community because it's something that I really want to open myself up to. So, that weekend, I was supposed to meet up with them on Friday, but didn't make it, had some tire issues, which resurrected again today. And then, but was able to meet up with them on Saturday when we were roller skating. And that's where I met all these lovely people. And the energy was just so so positive and so strong and so welcoming. And it just made me just want to be around them all the time. Just be around them, talk to them. And that was something that I was really missing in my life, and I liked all of them. So we all grew really, really close, and it's kind of been a non-stop thing since then. And since then, I went to another poly meetup in Houston, and I met some really great people there too. And there's all kinds of poly meetups, y'all. You just gotta get involved. If it's something you're interested in, check it out. There are groups on Facebook, but that's my poly story.
Beautiful story.
These wonderful people in my life. This pain in the ass has been around for years now, so I had to bring him along. Had to bring him along, and every time I
Who invited him?
him?
Janae Ahiko. Janaya first.
Mel, you brought him.
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
Allow me to share this, guys, because I'm probably the one non-poly guy here.
Actually, that's not true, JB.
Really? Well,
So, no. Let me explain something to you that you didn't even realize.
Creep
Because
squad.
New brought it to my attention. We were all in a
so really, you gonna steal my fucking thunder then, right? Because that was exactly the point I was
Yeah.
about to
Oh, I'm
make.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, she got me. She was talking to me I was like, I'm about to take us to that logical progression, but
Go ahead.
no, thank you, thank you for realizing. Yeah, what I found interesting is I was always.
That's misleading.
But I mean, what the fuck about? Yeah, I'm a poly. No, I can't just jump out there and say that shit. What the fuck? You have to. I mean, you kind of have to. Be certified. I hate to put it that way, but if you're gonna be part of something like this, you kind of have to be voted into the tribe. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah.
I have not been voted into the tribe, but what I do know is a lot of what y'all do is what I've done for most of my life. And that's what makes it interesting to me. I don't see anything that's going on that's any different than what I grew up with or what I dealt with, in high school. Because, I've known this cat since we were in high school. We always had that crew of niggas and that crew of homegirls, and we all,
When our joint said she came in the room and we was all in the seat. You remember? There's boys and girls in the bed. What the hell?
since I was a kid, so this just kind of feels comfortable to me. It feels like what it's always been. It's interesting.
See, that's exactly what it's about. Exactly.
Yeah, and what we've been doing in Atlanta the last couple of years.
What's a polycule?
Yeah, man, we vacationed together.
Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah.
We were together damn near every day. They live across the street from us.
No, not damn near every day. They moved in the motherfucking neighborhood, nigga. I don't understand.
Yes.
It's like,
Look at Sky. We had a kid, Sky, JB's dog. That became our dog.
well, yeah, I took a job on the road and everybody came and watched my dog. Like, that's not bullshit at all.
Kids, all that.
Yeah.
And the kids, we all get together, have
Oh
our
my
game night.
God, yeah,
Kids be
like-
downstairs in the basement having their game night. Sound familiar?
That's why I said I walked in the door was like, oh shit, this used to be my house. So, I dig it. I dig it. It's a lot of fun. It feels comfortable. It feels more than anything, y'all. It feels so genuine. There it is.
I'm scared to say it because then they gonna all go, we ain't gonna be able to get them quiet.
Nope.
Alright, just a quick change of pace because people like, yeah, what is this? It's
Yo.
Janai Friend.
Did you just still live
What?
with me?
It was Janai Friend.
He did.
Who was that? Who is that?
Janaya Friend? Who?
Janai Friend. Janai Friend.
Yeah.
She
Been here all day, folks. He's been here all day. That's what I'm saying. I love that. That's what live. Get your ass in that bed. I'm not gonna tell you again. Don't make me come up there. Look. That's a real mom right there. Kickbackers. Get him. And she gonna turn around and run upstairs later. Watch. I love it.
So that feel. What's y'all? You guys have a favorite comic movie? Either Marvel or DC? Is anyone that's like, that's my one? That's my character. I like. Just random. You know, anything stand up? The first one though.
Yeah, that's
All
The
these are my
first
top
one,
2 or
though,
3.
not the second one.
yeah, of course. The Eric Bana. Yeah, of course. No question. Sorry, I'm about to be down on y'all. Go ahead.
I'm actually trying not to, you know.
No. Feel free.
So my favorite character definitely Wolverine. I feel like he was one of the most human, like, you know what I'm saying, and realistic, but at the same time one of the most dope.
Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine and Hulk are my 2 favorites. So the fact that we started like that, I'm like, well, damn. Okay, those are my 2 favorites. I like the anti-hero. I like a nigga with a little pain, a little suffering, a little anger. Yeah, that's all I need. That's all I need. So I'm like,
I like Venom.
Venom, another anti-hero. He falls right into that
Did you see the
category.
movie?
I have not seen the new.
Like too short. What's his name? Too short.
I know.
You missing out too.
That's how
You
should see it.
I saw this film.
anti-hero.
I was too short.
Yeah, then all like, Wolverine.
For me, it's always different from like what everybody else kind of does. So in the cinematic universe, it's Age of Ultron for me.
Okay. I love
Being
that
able
movie.
to watch damn Tony Stark and Bruce Banner nerd out on them.
Well, y'all had fun because both of
I'm
y'all.
telling you,
He built the damn Bluetooth speaker. Y'all 2 would fucking build
Wow, did you
a
build an
fucking
enclosure with the
rocket
speaker?
together.
Of course.
Oh.
This nigga graduated from Harvard. This is a Harvard graduate. I'm like, put them 2 together, they'll build some shit.
That's dope.
You wanted the trap.
That is dope.
This is how we end up.
So you like Age of Ultron because they use the Infinity Stone to create. They nerded out big time on that jump.
That's my favorite
But
part.
you don't gotta see how Dr. Stephen Strange nerded out.
Wow. Wait, I just said that is my favorite all time.
So my favorite movie is not Endgame. My favorite movie is Infinity Wars because of what Doctor Strange did in that movie.
Yes.
He took on fucking Thanos one-on-one.
Yes.
Like, come on, yeah. Like the fucking wizard, surgeon, like that's my nigga.
Now we're in the end game.
Of course.
You ready to get famous? What was that?
That's not what I did, man.
Come here.
Those are spirit fingers.
That's the spirit thing. You did.
You did.
Like,
So we got Doctor Strange. What else we got?
he missed it.
Oh, I missed it.
The whole thing.
Janaya Friend?
Nah. Spirit
Can you
fingers.
please
Spirit
get
fingers.
her name right?
You know he size.
What?
Yes.
I was talking to myself.
Hey, all right, transition. So what y'all think about this new Harley Quinn movie coming out soon? Birds of Prey.
Yeah, Birds of Prey.
What's up? What's up with that? I mean, have y'all checked out that preview on YouTube? It's well, they're basically going from the Suicide Squad. Y'all remember that movie? Yeah, they're picking up from that, which is great because this new Joker movie is weird. It's on some like nerds take over America. Like it's on some weird shit.
It made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, what?
They said people are leaving the theaters.
It's about like white boys getting bullied and then
Said
fucking up
these
shit
white
and taking
boys.
over. And it's like, are we really trying to justify Columbine right now? Like what's going on? I'll put it to you this way. A couple weeks ago, we did a quick segment where we talked about this movie. We talked about the fact that military personnel were put on alert. They said that an activist group of weird-ass white boy nerds were talking about potentially shooting up theaters when this movie is being filmed.
Because only certain people saw it.
You know the two hands. Okay, well, so but it's the Joker's wild.
Anyway, so the movie is weird, but the Harley Quinn movie is supposed to be all about like
her girls.
like girl power, like her splitting from the Joker and doing her own thing, which I love because she's one of the sexiest women on TV. What are you doing over here? Like, I'm trying to look at them and you doing shit. I can see you out the corner of my eye. I can't see what you're doing, but I can see.
Yeah, she's splashing it
Like, it's not, you're not hiding it. If that's what you're, but I can't see you. So should I just watch you? No, sit forward and do what you're doing. Because apparently it's more entertaining. So continue. For Kickbackers. Watch her. She's like over here playing with her pussy while I'm talking about Batman. I don't know what's going on behind me. You were getting quite a reaction, so I don't know. What was she doing? Can y'all tell me? I already did. We get back already. No, you weren't. Don't lie. Don't lie. No, you weren't. Them niggas are, I was watching you. I was watching you. Come on, y'all.
You still missing it. You're so busy talking. You miss everything. If you would just wrist around just a little bit. Right.
Wrench it out.
Take it off. Oh man. See, I'm sure as you can see, it sucks to be in a polyamorous relationship. It's just boring. It's just nonstop talking and boringness and book reading. No jokes, no laughs, no nothing. Just politics.
And weather.
And weather. Nice weather we're having.
Right. One like one love.
Shit. I hope we answered your questions. I hope that somebody watching this learn the technique or two from male. You know, they should apply. You know. Yep. Oh, well, so. Jamie takes Mel's microwave.
I'm not stupid.
Shit, you missed it. The last
Yeah, you're right, I did, but I'm still, I can still draw a conclusion.
That was a little rapey, Mel. You just got a little rapey. Like, chill out a little bit. Him too, okay? Him too. Oh, shit. Give me
that mic back.
These nuts is on a rock kills.
My black rock.
I'm a microphone fiend. I'm the twins. Let's start trembling.
Yeah.
They're holding the microphone like a bird. See that joke like Thor, y'all. Remember when Captain America tried to pick it up first and he couldn't?
Yeah.
Then he finally could pick it up, that was Mel.
Nah, you take the little one.
Right, you do so.
I'll take the big one.
Oh, shit. But, anything? That's what she said. I couldn't get up on my alley. Alright, anyway, so, how's the weather?
Oh man, that almost came out loud. Low wet outside.
Oh, you're right outside. It's slippery. Make sure you put on a raincoat.
It's a lot of wet.
Okay, any other topics, JB?
Yeah,
Hey! I do want to send our Nipsey Hussle Award goes out to our hometown team, the Washington Mystics from the WNBA, won the WNBA championship.
They're probably back over in Italy or Europe
Yeah,
somewhere.
playing because they don't pay them enough to let that be their number one full-time job.
No parade for them.
But you don't parade for them, which I'm pissed off about. But as a person who likes the WNBA, I was happy our team won. And a lot of people don't watch the WNBA. So now I don't even have an issue with quote unquote bandwagon fans. I like the industry. You know what I'm saying? I like the industry. I like the
Sorry.
that's misleading, man.
No, it ain't.
Okay.
I did see that one.
You scared everyone away from the Polycule. It's like, oh no. But I do hope we had a good opportunity to answer your questions. I hope the questions you were thinking, we asked and then answered. And if we didn't, then you had the opportunity to do a little research, and you should feel free to do so. I encourage you to do so. This has been an interesting show, JB. We're gonna have to do another follow-up episode.
Absolutely.
Like, cause I got a feeling like this is gonna be like the Dating in Atlanta show. Like, people
Absolutely.
still going crazy. We did a show. The title was "Is Dating in Atlanta That Bad?"
Yes.
And motherfuckers have not stopped responding. That show about naming yo. We still get comments every day. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm like, this show old as shit. Why are you still coming?
She's
This
still
show
talking
ain't got no
about
better at all.
Y'all still grumbling about this shit.
It's that
Fuck them niggas. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Dating in Atlanta is interesting. It ain't been bad for me. It's just been ups and downs. It ebbs and flows. I wouldn't overall categorize it as bad though, but that's my experience as a old ass nigga in Atlanta. I got different goals and shit, so I'm like, it's cool.
You know, dating in Atlanta probably wouldn't be as bad if niggas would be like honest about their shit, cause everybody just running around cheating. So
That goes right back to poly.
right, it's
Yep.
the same fucking thing. Just be honest about what you're doing.
That sounds like a wonderful topic for another show.
Everybody going on
You're
you?
welcome.
Yeah. No, I mean because we talked about dating in Atlanta, but what that means when you got a different lifestyle, like when you're in a poly set, like how does that work? You know?
Really quick, who wants to take that one?
How does dating work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are not shy. Why
I'm
are you so shy?
I think he's saying outside dating.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
you can have a V, you can have a kitchen table, you can have parallel. I guess he's saying if it is parallel, I think. How does that work? And that goes back to compersion. But does anybody want to take a deep dive on that? Give the listener something really juicy.
Maybe it depends on the dynamics that is established within the polycule first, and then you go from there, because not everyone has the same desires. Some people are okay with their one partner or these two or these whoever they are dealing with, and some people are like, well, that's not enough for me. I need to be free. You know what I mean? So I think it really just depends on.
How does that impact dating? Does that make, because the dating quote unquote is hard for single monogamous people in Atlanta. So would the same be said for people in a poly dynamic? Would you share the same sentiment? Yeah, dating it's still hard.
Yeah, it's still hard to date because you still gotta vet people and look out for bullshit. So it's still the same thing. It's just we're honest about it.
We just happen to like each other.
Right.
The biggest difference I think that with the dating world is simply you can date separately in certain dynamics, and certain dynamics you date as the couple or the group or whatever dynamic you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as getting to know someone one-on-one is typical for most people. Getting to know most of the people at the same time, it's a little different, but it gives a different environment dynamic. It brings out different tones and conversations and different viewpoints and perceptions. Pretty much what we're trying to do here. Like, same concept, is just when you have more than one person, you get more than one different dynamics and perspectives with the same viewpoint.
Yeah. Okay. Eloquently said.
Well spoken.
Before we get out of here, how much time? What we at, JB? What's our time like?
We have about 85 minutes.
Yeah, and until you guys start going into our
It takes him to get home.
it's an hour 61 minutes. Right. We will be doing the Patreon account for the podcast going forward, because we're going to keep bringing you exclusives like this. My OnlyFans page is up. There's been no video footage
He
yet.
exposed those numbers. It's 58 minutes. So
He's
we're
thinking
at
of red light.
Now an hour and 2 minutes. I'm gonna bring it to 58.
Why didn't you let me overstate that?
Sorry.
God damn it. Now we're going to be here another 2 hours.
Maybe we trying to end the show. It's been 12 hours, Lou.
Yeah.
We've been doing this since
You
yesterday.
got there right.
Go.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right.
I don't like you no more.
Love
You curtail my whole subversive agenda. That's
There you
all.
go with them subversive agendas all the time.
Leave me
Alvin
alone.
niggas. Always got some subversive agenda. Did anybody see?
So both of us got it in there.
Okay. Did anybody see the Blackish episode that was the girlfriend's reunion? Anybody
No.
know about it? Did you see
I
that?
heard about it,
I
but I
saw
didn't
their
see it.
reunion. Part of their reunion when they were talking to Charlamagne.
Yeah, the interview. That was a pretty good interview. Charlamagne the God did an interview with the four ladies from Girlfriends, the old sitcom that was on UPN for 7 years. CW?
CW.
Same difference.
Yeah. Do y'all even know what UPN is? That's some DC shit. Oh no, you do know.
I know
You poly niggas.
You
We gotta change the name of the text group. From Jennifer Aniston and them to damn it, Jennifer. Shit.
One day.
It was something. I'm getting closer.
No, you're not. No, you're really not. That's the crazy part.
Alright, man, we're gonna get it right.
Keep it moving.
Jennifer
Yeah.
loves you and then no, you got love in it, right? You got love.
Invented and shit, like
Fine,
going back
man,
to the 90s and shit. Jennifer Love.
We was thinking about girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
Jennifer, yeah, girlfriends. So, Jones, it was, who can name all 4 of the girlfriends?
Me, Joan, which is Tracy Ellis Rose. Then there's Lynn, Tony, and Maya.
With ease.
Who was the 5th girlfriend?
What's his name?
Eugene?
One Eugene.
What was that his name?
Started with an R.
Didn't start with an R.
I didn't know.
Wait.
Wait.
That's from Hanging West. No.
Oh, stop. It's gonna come to
I'm not doing
me.
anything.
No.
It's like, stop.
Like, stop everything. I gotta think. I can't remember.
In the door.
I'll give you a countdown of 5 to 2. I'm not gonna do one. We're just gonna 5 to 2. 5, 2. Okay, his name it was William. And he came in at the end of the episode. If you didn't see it, the girlfriends were together the bulk of the episode, and at the very end, they were all getting on. What's the father on the show name? Anthony Anderson. And he was trying to say something.
Right.
Yeah, Drake, something supportive of feminism. That's what the show was about. And he said it the wrong way. He was like, "Y'all got y'all back because y'all should be in the kitchen cooking, and I support it. There's something wrong." And they was like, "What?" And he was like, "I'm on your side." And he was like, "What does the guy have to do?" And then William popped up. I've been asking myself that question for 7 years. And I was like, "Hey, William, you was on the show."
So were they themselves on the show? Like,
No, they were Jones' college best friends.
Okay.
Her college Polycule.
That was cute.
Yeah, it was cool though, because I hadn't seen them in forever. And I think that Lynn would be the one out of them that was at a Polycule.
Oh,
Yes.
Lynn was
Yeah,
definitely
it would have been
Polly.
Lynn. It would have been Lynn.
Lynn was Polly. Like,
It probably
lived
was.
her life.
Probably Pan.
Yeah. Or hand toss. You know, magic fingers, hand toss, hand toss. All right, so I want to.
She said pan, and I was like, what the fuck is pan? And then that nigga said hand toss, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get this answer right now.
Pansexual.
Somebody define pansexual for JB.
So a pansexual person is someone who will date men and women and trans people. Like basically everything in between.
You see Dave Chappelle special? They was the ones in the comment like, I'll fuck all
So
that.
I actually have a really good video that I will send to you that's
Of what?
with the heterosexual, homosexual,
Eating cereal or something.
No, it's soda.
It was pop.
You drinking soda. Drinking soda, eating cereal.
Pop.
Soda.
Same.
I said pop.
Midwest.
I'm from Chicago.
Hey.
Chi-town. What you know about that?
What you know about that?
That's misleading.
I bet.
Borrow your microphone. Okay, no, I can't. It's not. All right, so this has been an episode of Pioneer Kickback. We kind of went into the world of polyamory. We discussed polycules, and we've established that there is a ghost in the house. And her name
Is
Janai.
Yeah.
Fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Power 5.
Power 5. Let us.
I was
Get it.
sending that shit to him with my mind. I was like, it's Janifer. Like, follow my brain waves. Don't fuck this up. Anyway, go ahead.
So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, we've been trying to bring you guys cutting edge content. We have been discussing kinks and fetishes, and we've had everybody on the show talking about it. We will have Jet Set and Jasmine and King Noir coming up next month to do a whole show on kinks and fetishes. But don't get it twisted. We still covering the Olympics, the elections. We're still the Black CNN, right? So, we're gonna discuss new music. Wale's album came out. I like it so far. You know, he from DMV, so shout out home team.
People talking to babies.
Oh, the baby, we did the whole special on the baby. The baby still album. I still like it. Gucci, Megan Thee Stallion had a big week. She released a song with Gucci called Big Booty, eloquently titled Big Booty. It goes like this: Big Booty, Big Booty. She has a rather large petite. Shout out to Z. I was saying that to you. And then she also released a song with Moneybag Yo called All That. So, and both videos came out this weekend too. So it was like a full Meg Thee Stallion weekend.
Good for her.
She had a whole thing going for her Polycule with
Hot Nerve
Moneybag Yo
Ball.
and Gucci and Keisha Cole. I'm just saying. I was talking to myself. All right.
Do you think
So
she lives here?
who?
Meg, do you think she lives here?
Meg.
All of them live here.
Janai, friend. Is she?
You.
Okay, all right. So
Fuck the name up again.
damn, Janaya Lee. Janaya Fur. Oh, Fur.
Yeah.
Janaya Fur with the cloud box.
Anyway, yeah.
With Naya.
Anyway, y'all, Orange 45's impeachment inquiry is still ongoing. Please check on that. CNN, MSNBC, also Fox.
Yes.
Because they are actively denying everything that is true.
That's
So,
not true.
well, no. They're trying to lie over the fact that he actually did coerce the Ukrainian president.
People always trying to lie over shit.
The problem is there's a huge difference between the daytime post and the nighttime post. So the daytime post, like the Shep Smiths and the George, whatever his name
Papadopoulos.
We know that they're not getting the
they
ratings,
are the
though.
ones who are actually speaking the truth. But I'm just saying there is a disparaging.
But we
there's a
know
difference
that
between what the two of them are
Hannity
saying.
and the other motherfuckers in the evening are driving
Right,
the
and
ratings, so
also
we
Shep
can't
Smith
talk about
has
this.
resigned from Fox News.
Of course he has. Yeah, at this point.
I'm just
because-
saying, it's not like all of Fox News is saying the same thing.
But
There's infighting on that
You
network.
can't. I don't give a fuck about rats jumping a sinking ship, though. They're still trying to defend this nigga. Like,
Those
let's
two
not.
aren't. I mean, fuck Hannity and Laura Ingraham and all.
They're the biggest
I
rating
get it.
getters
But
of
what I'm
Fox.
saying is, you're saying that everybody on Fox is saying.
I'm saying that. Okay, I'm saying that the motherfuckers on Fox who are driving the ratings are still defending this asshole. Like we can't back away from that. Like they're still crack brain crazy because you're still depending on
There's always gonna be that group of people that are gonna hang on for dear life for him regardless. We don't have to understand it, but they are the people who for whatever reason.
Okay, so let me ask you this because you seem informed.
But his ratings are dropping.
Do you think the Senate is gonna allow it to go to trial?
They're not gonna have a choice.
Why?
Doesn't it automatically, if the House votes on it, doesn't it automatically trigger a vote in the Senate?
No, it does not.
Automatically trigger a trial?
No,
I
it
thought
does
it
not.
does.
No,
I thought it
they can move to dismiss based on insufficient evidence.
Oh,
Because
there's not
basically,
insufficient evidence.
but it's
And
basically
even-
an indictment.
Even what's his name? Even bitch McConnell has said.
Right, which is why
That's right.
what Trump is doing to obstruct justice is important because he's trying
he's
to
only
eliminate,
giving them more evidence.
but
to
he's trying to eliminate
trying to
admissible evidence. But by eliminating admissible evidence, he puts the ability for them to put it on a Senate trial at risk. That is what he is doing. That is what I'm
And
like.
by him trying to intervene and interfere with this, with all the.
Anyway, so more topics for later.
Y'all both
Another
right.
show.
Y'all both was right.
I love it. I love it. I started that argument on
One life, one love.
I started that argument on purpose.
So, all right. So this is what we're gonna do. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week with another episode of a pod named Kickback. I'm No Breaks New. That's JB. Shit.
Good night, God bless y'all. Let's get up out of here.
Yeah, that was them, and this is us. And we out. Uno. We out. No, Uno. Uno. We out.
Say one.
2, 1.
Like back in the 90s, like one.
But
That's that.
I say Uno like we
That's
play
that
Uno. We out.
Philadelphia, like. Okay, South Jersey, Central Jersey.
Jersey, period.
Where in Jersey?
Switch it up.
Are you on the Garden State Parkway or on the Turnpike? I know
It
Jersey.
depends what time of the
What
year.
exit?
What
What exit?
I'm going to.
What exit? Exit 4?
Atlantic
Exit.
City.
Okay, so you're South Jersey. That's why you say 1, because that's a Philly thing. Anyway, moving on. So.
I'm like 2.
Yeah, that's like a Neptune Voorhees.
It's two different
like,
states. So it's
Well, one is a
church
state of
thing.
mind.